We're in a new drawing now. It's called Simple 3D Object.dwg. And I just want to show you some of the tools in AutoCAD that allow you to navigate in a 3D DWG file. Now, when you're looking at this in the Model tab, make sure you're in the Model tab, you might think that it's just a group of lines and circles representing some objects. It's not. It is actually the top view of a simple 3D object, hence the name of the file. Now, the way that you can check this is you can change the visual style of the 3D object. If you go over to the top left part of the drawing area there, can you see it says 2D wireframe? If I click there like so and change this to conceptual, you'll see that the visual style changes. You might get a prompt about fast shaded mode. You can click on a cross there just to close that for the moment. So you can now see it's definitely a 3D object. It's a simple 3D solid that I've created with some beveled edges and some filleted corners and things and so on. Now at the moment, we are now looking at that from the top view. The ViewCube here says that we are in the top view. The view control says top as well. If I click on top though, there's a whole load of preset views in AutoCAD. Now they can be in list form here in the view control, or if I hit escape there and go over to the ViewCube, each of the corners and the arrows on the ViewCube allow me to replicate those views as well. So if I go to this corner on the ViewCube and click here, can you see now, you are now in the southwest isometric view. Can you see that there? There's the southwest isometric view. So if I come over here and click on the left view, hit escape to lose the menu, and then click on the left option, make sure the central bit there, the left option on the ViewCube, you're now looking at the left-hand side of that 3D solid. Now, if I come up here, go to the view control and go back to that southwest isometric, there you go. There's the southwest isometric again. Now you can zoom in and zoom out with the mouse. As you can see, roll up and down on the mouse, hold down the wheel. You can pan as well and so on. Now what I'd like you to do is zoom and pan so that you get a nice southwest isometric view there on screen. So get it so it fills the screen nicely. Go and hover over the ViewCube like so and right click. On that shortcut menu that pops up, set the current view as home. That is now your home view on the ViewCube. So if you now go to the top view, see the top there? Click on top, there's the top view. You can rotate the top view using the arrows like that. Can you see that? Can rotate it to different points of the compass. There's a little house symbol. That's your home icon. Click on it. It will take you to that southwest isometric that you saved as the home view. Now, other things you can do in your 3D views like so. Notice as well that the UCS icon, bottom left corner, is now colored, X, Y, and Z. Each axis has a color because you're working in 3D. Now, if I go over the navigation bar here and click on the fly out here for navigation wheels, I'm going to use the full navigation wheel. Just leave that set ticked, full navigation wheel. And then click on the navigation wheel. Now I can orbit, I can zoom, I can rewind, I can pan. Click on orbit on the navigation wheel, and you need to notice you need to click and hold. So as I move now, I can move the mouse around and I can pivot. Pivot on the navigation wheel allows me to do a 3D orbit. So if I leave it like that, release the mouse, can you see I go back to the navigation wheel? Now I can rewind, click and hold, and I can rewind back with the views that I've been looking at. Can you see that there? So as I rewind back, can you see each frame kind of kicks in all the way back to the beginning to where we started? So I can flick through each view that I may have used, like so, all the way back to there. Now to close the navigation wheel, you click on the little cross. You can also play around with all the different settings on there if you wish. I'm going to close it now by clicking on the cross. Go to the ViewCube, click on the home, and I'm back to that isometric view that I set. Now, obviously, when we first opened up this drawing, we were looking at the view from the top. So let's go to the top on the ViewCube. There's the top view. Let's go back to our visual style, which is conceptual. Change that to 2D wireframe. And we're back to where we were at the beginning. So that's how you can play around with visual styles, but also more importantly, navigate around a 3D model or a 3D drawing that you might be using in AutoCAD.